This video will describe how to write a feature copying rule, sometimes called an agreement rule. And for the agreement rules, the first thing you need to do is to decide which syntactic category to put the rule into. You always choose the destination syntactic category. For example, suppose our adjectives agree with their noun's gender. So we're going to copy gender from the noun to adjectives. So adjectives is the destination category. So this will be an adjectives feature copying rule. So let's add a new group. I double-clicked there. I will say gender agreement. Now we can put a new rule in this group. Let's say so we build a structure. We'll put in a noun phrase. We'll put in an adjective phrase. And we need to put in a noun. We can put the noun before or after the adjective phrase. It doesn't matter. I'll put it after. We need to put an adjective into the adjective phrase. So there's the structure that we'll need. So now we can say specify source. We click there. The source will be the noun. And now we say specify destination. That will be the adjective. And now we can specify up to 9 features to copy. We'll just copy gender for this video. We need to provide a name, noun gender, and there's always a default value. If the source of the feature isn't available, then TBTA will fill it in with a dash, and that will be source unavailable. So we can just leave that alone. So here's our rule. This will copy one feature. It'll be gender from nouns to adjectives. We can click OK. There's our rule. And now when we generate this verse, Goliath was a big man. Okay, man. The gender you can see there is masculine. And on the end of the adjective, we see noun gender is masculine, copied from a noun. And you can see that features were changed from gender equals source not available to masculine by that rule that we just wrote. And there's another one in here. Goliath carried a very big spear. Okay, the gender on spear is neuter. And we see here this adjective has neuter. I want to make one comment here. Feature copying rules don't have on-off checkboxes like all of the other rules. The reason is because all of the subsequent rules are dependent on these features. If you were to turn these rules off, then all of the subsequent rules need to be updated. All their features need to be shifted. So there's no on-off checkbox. Now you can delete these. If you click the delete key on your keyboard, are you sure you want to delete this rule? You can say yes, and then the subsequent rules will look for adjectives that have this copied feature, and they will all be updated accordingly. So you can delete them. I'm going to say no. You can delete them, but they don't have an on-off checkbox like all of the other types of rules. I'd like to make one more comment here, and that is when a feature copying rule copies number is special. Here in this rule we're copying number from subject nouns to verbs. Okay, number is special because it can be summed. For example, a singular plus a singular is a dual. A singular plus a dual is a trio, etc. And TBTA knows that. So when you're copying number, it will find all of the nouns that fit the specified criteria. For example, here it will find all of the subject nouns, and it will sum their number values together. And after it has that sum, then it will come here to the feature adjustment rules, and it will look at this feature adjustment rule, this feature collapsing rule for noun number. For example, let's go to noun phrases 1, 3. This is John, Mary, and Peter walked. If we generate this verse, we get John, Mary, and Peter walked. Okay, John is singular. You see there, singular. Mary is singular. Peter is singular. So in the feature copying rule, it found all three of these nouns, then singular plus singular plus singular is a trio. Then it looked up here at this collapsing rule, and it saw that trio is collapsed to plural. So on the verb, we get third plural. And if we rest our cursor there, features changed from number equals source not available to plural by that rule we've been talking about. So number is plural, and TBTA knows that. It will sum up all of the values and then look at whatever you've done here for noun number, whatever you've specified in the collapsing rule.